All right, it is time for a little read aloud. Let's get some science in. So, last time you were in science, we had talked about the green iguana, and we looked at the needs that it may have to stay alive. So we're going to keep looking a little bit more at that topic, the needs of animals and plants, and what they need in order to survive. So today we're going to be reading this book, Where Do Animals Live? By Bobby Kalman. This book will help you understand the basic needs of iguanas and all other animals. So I want you, even though I can't see you, I want you to raise your hand when you hear any of those basic needs that you remember from our last science lesson. I know that was quite a while ago. So let's get started. Where do animals live? Starts off with our table of contents. Remember, that shows us what pages, what topic is going to be covered on each page. So if you're looking for something specific, you have a specific question, you can find that question on here and it tells you what page off to the side that question is answered on. What is a habitat? I'm not sure you can see that. A habitat is a place in nature. Animals live in habitats. Some habitats are on land. Some habitats are in water. Turtles live on land and in water. A turtle has come out of the water to warm its body in the sun. The alligator is warming itself too. What do animals need? To stay alive, animals need air, water, and food. They need sunlight to keep them warm. Animals find everything they need in their habitats. I think I saw some hands go up. So remember, you're supposed to raise your hand when you heard me read about the needs of an animal. So looking at this page, what do animals need to survive? Okay, hopefully you caught that their needs are air, water, and food. Now, plants have basic needs as well. Like animals, plants need food to live and grow, but plants don't eat their food. Instead, they make it, which is pretty cool. Plants make their food through sunlight, air, and water. So what is the difference between what plants need and what animals need? Good. Hopefully you answered that animals eat their food while plants make their own food. Okay, we can see a little caption right here. Hummingbirds get food from the flowers in their habitats. This crocodile caught a fish to eat in its habitat. The crocodile lives in water, but it comes up to breathe air above water. A forest habitat. A forest is a habitat with many trees. There are different kinds of forests. This sloth lives in a rainforest. A rainforest gets a lot of rain. What animal have we talked about that has the rainforest as its habitat? Besides a sloth, what's the other animal? Good, the green iguana we focused on last time you were in science with me, and that animal has its habitat in the rainforest as well. This three-toed sloth eats and sleeps in the trees of its rainforest habitat. Dry deserts. Deserts are dry habitats. They do not get much rain. Plants called cacti grow in some deserts. Cacti have short spines. Spines are like needles. So we see our cactus, and our spines are the little pokies. Iguanas are lizards that live in deserts. They eat cacti. The iguana climbed on top of a cactus. So the iguana that's in this picture is different from the green iguana. So that's why you see that it has a different environment, a different habitat than the green iguana that we studied. This iguana lives in the desert and it eats cacti. There's this kind of iguana is called a marine iguana. Or no, that's a different kind, sorry. This one lives in the desert. Different kind of iguana is called a marine iguana, and that one lives near the ocean and spends lots of its time underwater. So these three types of iguanas live in different habitats to meet their specific needs. Mountain habitats. This type of habitat can also be called a polar habitat. A mountain is tall, rocky land. The top of a mountain is cold and windy. The bottom of a mountain is warmer. Mountain goats live at the top of mountains in summer. They live at the bottom of mountains in winter. They can find more food there in winter. We have our mountain goat down here, and it says mountain goats have hooves. The hooves of these baby mountain goats help them climb up and down mountains. Raise your hand if you've ever seen a mountain goat. They're pretty cool. I don't know if I've ever seen a baby though. Grassland homes. A grassland is a flat habitat that is covered with grasses and other plants. This grassland is called a meadow. Many red foxes live in meadows. Foxes live in homes called dens. The den of this red fox, kit or baby, is inside a log in a meadow. Very cold habitats. Do you notice how all these different animals live in different habitats? There are two very cold habitats on Earth. One is the Arctic, the other is Antarctica. The Arctic is at the top of the Earth. Arctic, Antarctica. Polar bears live in the Arctic. Antarctica is at the bottom of the Earth. Penguins live in Antarctica. Antarctica is the coldest place on Earth. Wetland habitats. Many birds live in wetland habitats. Wetlands are covered with water most of the time. These birds are called spoonbills. Spoonbills are waddling birds. Spoonbills are wading birds. Wading birds walk in water to find food. They have long legs and long bills. See their bills right there? The bills of spoonbills are like spoons. They help these birds scoop up food underwater. Long legs keep their bodies above water. Ocean habitats. Many kinds of animals live underwater. Some live in ocean habitats. Oceans are big areas of salty water. Many kinds of fish live in oceans. Sharks live in oceans. Some sharks are very big. Which habitat is it? So let's play a quick little game. Match the pictures of these habitat names. So the first one is we have our wetlands. Just from, oh, these are the answers. I should cover that. Just from looking at the pictures and listening to the name, we know that there has to be some sort of water or something that's making this land wet. Okay, wetlands is B. Down there with the alligator. It's going to be like a swampy area. Number 2, a desert. Which one is a desert? D is the desert, right up here with our cacti. All right, where is our ocean? That one's pretty easy. A is our ocean with our sea turtle. What about the forest? Which one of those is the forest? We have the forest and the mountain. Forest is C and the mountain is E. So let's take a minute to discuss this book. So my first question is, what is a habitat? We just read about lots of different types of habitats. How would you explain to someone what a habitat is? So a habitat is a place where certain types of animals live. So in this book, we covered all kinds of habitats. Antarctica, Arctic, deserts, grasslands, forests, mountains, oceans, wetlands. Lots of different types of habitats for animals to live in. What kind of habitats were described in the book? We just listed them off, so see if you can remember all of them. Once you've listed them off, you can rewind to the page I just showed you and see if you got them all. The most important ones are forest, desert, mountain, grassland, polar, wetland, and ocean. So there's the list again for you. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to look at some different kinds of habitats. There are many different types of habitats that we just listed off. For this next activity, the animal habitat sort, we are just going to be focusing on desert, grassland, polar, rainforest, and oceans. So go ahead and refer over to your science packet where you will see the animal habitat sort activity.